Hey, what's up guys, I'm MadMoneyBanks and I'm going to show you guys how to hook up your PS4 with your Elgato HD so then you can record gameplays off your PS4 like this. So first let's talk about what you're going to need. So obviously you'll need the PS4 and a TV with an HDMI input along with the Elgato Game Capture HD. And also you'll have to buy an HDCP pass-through device, whether it's a splitter or a converter. The two that I recommend is this one, the converter that I bought, where it converts a DVI signal into an HDMI signal. But there's also a splitter that is much cheaper than the converter. It's around $20 that my friend recommends because it worked perfectly for him. But online I've heard a lot of bad reviews about a lot of them not working. So if you want to take your chance on that one, that's also an option. Now you want to have at least 3 HDMI cables for this. But if you go for the converter, you'll need an HDMI to DVI adapter. And also this is very important. If you buy the splitter, you'll need 1 optical cable. And if you buy the converter, you'll need 2 optical cables. Now let's get started with the actual setup. The first thing you want to do is go to the back of your PS4 and make sure that it's powered on with the power cable. And then you want to stick an HDMI cord into the HDMI slot and an optical cord into the optical slot in the back of your PS4. The opposite side of the HDMI cord will go into the HDMI female of the HDMI to DVI adapter. The other side of the adapter plugs into your converter. Now if you have a splitter, you want to take the other end of the HDMI coming from the PS4 and plug it into the input of the splitter. If you're going to be using a splitter, plug the opposite side of the optical cable coming from the PS4 into the back of your television. For you guys with converters, you'll need to take the optical cable coming from the PS4 and plug it into the optical input of the converter. After you have both the optical cable and the DVI adapter in the converter, you want to plug in an HDMI cord in the output of the converter and also a second optical cable in the output slot of the converter. That optical cable will then lead to the back of your television. The HDMI cord in the output slot of your converter will lead to the HDMI input of your HD PVR. You will then need to plug in a USB cable into the HD PVR that leads to your computer. You will also need to plug in a third HDMI cord leading from your HD PVR's HDMI output to the HDMI input on your television. If you use a headset with a transmitter, you'll need to plug in the optical cable that's coming from the output of your converter into the optical input of your transmitter. And leading from the output of your transmitter, you'll need to have a third optical cable leading from your transmitter to the optical input on your television. So that's it for now, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.